Everyone, thank you so much, Mark. It's always my pleasure to be here. I enjoy doing this stretch class with you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. If you remember, if you've been with me for the last couple of weeks, kind of start with dynamic range of motion stretches just to get our joints mobile and moving. And then after we do a series of that, then we'll go into some holding poses where we hold them a little bit longer to stretch out the muscles. So we're going to start from the neck and work our way down, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is just kind of make sure we're sitting up, and you can do these seated or standing. The ones that might be a little more not as straightforward from a standing position, I'll demonstrate both. But most of these are going to look identical whether you're in the chair or standing, okay? So the first thing, whether you're seated or standing, let's just make sure we're lifting our spine up, okay, and trying to elongate our spine up, sit up nice and tall. It's kind of active work just to do that from this point here. And we are going to go ahead and gently turn our head to one direction, look over our shoulder, and bring it back to center. And now go ahead and look in the other direction, and bring it back to center. And now we're going to go ahead and look up towards the ceiling, and bring it back to center. And now we're going to look down and tuck our chin towards the floor, and bring it back to center. We're going to do that pattern 2 more times. So we're going to look in one direction, one side, and center. Now the other side, and center. Look up, and center, and then down, and center. One more time, just like that. Look in one direction, and center, the other direction, and center, look up, and center, and down, and center. Good. Now we're going to go ahead and move down a little bit into our shoulders. We're going to do 5 shoulder rolls forward and then 5 back. So here we go. We're just going to go ahead and let our arms hang. This is going to look the same standing or seated. We're going to roll forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now we're going to take them back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So now we're going to inhale and exhale up with our arms, bringing them up overhead. Inhale up, and then exhale down. We're going to do that 4 more times. Inhale up, and exhale down. Really reaching and lengthening. Inhale up, and exhale down. 2 more just like that. Inhale up, and exhale down. Last one. Inhale up, and exhale down. Good. All right, from here we're going to continue on with our shoulders. We're going to bring our arms out, straight out to the sides, fingertips facing wall to wall. And we're going to do 5 large straight arm circles forward. Okay, so rotating forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now we're going to reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Go ahead and shake that out. All right. We're going to go ahead and do some bicep curls by bringing our arms out to the sides here. They can be slightly out in front. We're going to take our fingertips and bring them towards the shoulders. Okay, they don't have to touch it. If they don't go all the way, that's fine. Just bring them in that direction. Here we go. We're going to do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Go ahead and shake the arms out here. All right, we're gonna get the back of the shoulder now by doing some L fly. So we're gonna kind of make like an L shape with our hands, a goalpost almost, okay? And we're gonna bring the elbows towards one another and then open up. I want you to think of squeezing the shoulder blades together in the back as we open up. Just like that, all right? 3, 4, feel this in the back of the shoulders. 5, 6, 7, and one more, and 8. Good. Go ahead and relax those arms, shake them out here a little bit. We're gonna move down the arm here with our wrist now. All right, so let's go ahead and start with wrist rolls first. We're gonna do 5 in one direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now let's reverse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, shake it out. Now we're gonna do hand squeezes. Okay, so I'm just gonna take my hands, I'm gonna squeeze and open. Squeeze and open. 3 more. Squeeze, open, squeeze, open, and last one, squeeze and open. Good, and just go ahead and shake them out here a little bit, okay? We're gonna start moving down the thoracic spine here a little bit. Come to the edge of your seat. If you're seated, I'm gonna show this one seated and standing. Okay, I'm gonna start seated here. Okay, we're gonna do hands on the back here. Okay, my hands are on the back, whether you want your palms or your knuckles on your back, it's okay. The smaller your back here. And we're gonna go ahead and lift our heart towards the ceiling, placing your head wherever it's comfortable. And then you're gonna exhale and round it down, round out your lower back. And then lift it up, heart to ceiling, and then round it back. So you should feel that thoracic spine, your spine kind of stretching and moving, okay? So we're gonna keep this pattern up. If you're seated, stay there. And let me just show what this is gonna look like standing. Okay, I'll do it from the side view here. All right, so I'm just gonna go and put my hands on the small of my back. I'm gonna go ahead and lift my heart, my chest towards the ceiling. And then I'm gonna exhale and round, tuck my chin. Heart up towards ceiling, chest to ceiling. And then I'm gonna exhale and round and tuck my chin. All right, so this is what it looks like from a standing position. Just trying to think of your spine as mobilizing and moving here. Okay, we're gonna do a few more reps here. Let's do 3 more. We're gonna lift our heart towards the ceiling and then exhale, round and tuck. Heart and chest towards the ceiling, arch through the back, and then exhale, round and tuck. 1 more. Heart towards the ceiling, and then exhale, round and tuck. Good, come back to center, shake that out. We are going to do lateral bends here, so we're gonna work on waking up our spine from side to side. So we're gonna take one hand, doesn't matter which one you start with, we're gonna put it behind the head, okay? And we're gonna do 8 lateral bends. We're just gonna bend, and you should feel a nice stretch along the side here, okay? 1, 2, 3, sitting up nice and tall, 4, make sure the next 4 from a standing position, 5, 6, back shot on the camera, 7, and 8. Good. We're gonna switch sides here. I'll do the first 4 standing, the last 4 seated. Ready? Here we go. Lean it over. 1, feeling that stretch along the side here. 2, 3, 4. We have 4 more. I'm going to do the last 4 seated. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. Go ahead and relax it out here. All right. So next we're going to go into a straight arm reach to a forward fold. I'll show them seated and standing. I'm going to start with the seated position. Okay, so, and it's going to be, you're just going to fold forward if you're standing, but I will show that then. From the seated position, you're kind of scooching towards the edge of your chair, so you have a little room to bend forward here. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and inhale and lift our arms up towards the sky, really lifting and reaching, and then exhale. We're going to forward fold forward. All right, feel that nice stretch through the back All right, and then slowly roll up. Okay, just go through your own range of motion. Don't force it to go further than your body wants to. We're going to inhale up. And then exhale, fold it forward. All right, fold it forward. Feel that stretch, acknowledge that stretch through the back of the spine there, and then gently and slowly roll yourself up so you don't get dizzy, okay? I'm going to show you two from a standing position. Stay seated to do these if you need to. Okay, we're going to inhale, reach it up, and then exhale, fold forward. Just going wherever your fingertips want to go. You don't have to force it here. And then just gently roll it up. Nice and controlled. And again, we're going to reach it up. Inhale. And then exhale. Forward fold here. Hold for a second. And then gently roll it up. All right, let's do two more like that. We're going to inhale, reach it up. And then exhale, forward fold. Take a moment to acknowledge the back stretching, the spine loosening up, especially after, getting up out of bed, and then gently roll up. And one more. We're going to inhale, reach it up. And then exhale. Lower it down. And then gently roll it up, nice and slow. And relax. Okay, so next we are going to work on hip circles. I'm going to show these seated and standing. All right, from a seated position, I'm staying on the edge of my chair here, and I'm kind of taking my upper body here, and I'm rotating around, almost like, if I were hula hooping here, right? And I'm rolling around. Okay, we're going to do 5 in one direction, and then we're going to switch and do 5 in the other. All right, I'm going to show this from a standing position as well, and we're going to do it again. From our standing position. Do this again from the seated position if that's more comfortable for you. With the standing position, you kind of bring your hips into it a little bit more, since we're not seated, okay? And you kind of roll just like a hula hoop. 3, 4, and 5. You can always hold on to the side of the chair too if you need to. Now the other direction. 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's a good one. That feels really nice. Let's do that one again. Okay, so from seated or standing, we'll do that one more time. All right, I'm going to stay in the standing position here. We're going to go ahead and go in one direction for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Okay, so moving along here, we are going to do a thoracic twist here. So I'm going to show this from a seated position first and then a standing. Okay, so we're going to start with a overhead reach. I'm still at the edge of my chair here. And then we're going to exhale. And you're going to go ahead and twist. And you're going to put your opposite hand on the outside of that opposite knee and feel that rotation through the spine. Okay. And now I'm going to take both my hands and I'm going to lift them up and twist and flow to the other side. Okay. So it's kind of a nice fluid movement here. Okay. And then we're going to bring it back around again. All right. Kind of arcing our arms up and over. All right, and holding for about 3 to 5 seconds per side and then twisting again. All right, that's 4. I'm going to show a couple standing here. We're going to do 10 of these total, okay? So we're moving on to 5. If I'm standing, I'm twisting, arcing over, kind of just twisting over. You're not holding on to the knee because you're standing now, so I'm kind of placing my hand on the hip if you can, and then twist, just feeling that spine move and twist. And the other side. And here's 8. We're gonna do 2 more, 1 on each side. 9. And then 10. Good, shake it out, back to center. Good, moving down into the legs now. We're gonna go ahead and do 3 per side leg extensions, and we're gonna hold them for 3 to 5 seconds. So again, I'm sitting on the edge of my chair here. And then let me see, I see a question popping up. Oh, I missed the question. Let's see. Okay, all right. I think I'll figure that one out later. I don't want to keep you guys waiting. I'm not exactly sure how to do all my my Zoom functions on there right at the moment. Okay, so leg extensions, what we're gonna do is sit on the edge of our chair. I'll show you this standing too. I do prefer this one seated just because of the nature of the leg extension, but I will show you standing if you prefer, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and sit at the edge of our chair. My knees are bent at a 90-degree bend. I'm gonna take one leg, I'm gonna have my foot flexed, and I'm gonna hold, and I'm gonna think about squeezing the top of my leg here and hold 3, 2, 1, and then release. Okay, you should feel a muscle contraction in the front of the leg. We're gonna stay on this leg for all of our reps before we move on the other. Okay, so let's do it again. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, release. Okay, we're gonna do one more on this side. I'm gonna show what it looks like standing. I'm gonna hold onto the side of the chair. All right, I'm gonna kind of lift that leg up. I'm working slightly, and then I'm gonna extend it straight with a flexed foot and hold 3, 2, 1, release. Okay, so you should feel a little bit of a muscle contraction right through here from lengthening and tightening that leg. Okay, I'll show one standing on this side, and then I'll do the other 2 seated on the other side. So from a standing position, you're just elevating that leg, holding onto the side of the chair, flexing the foot and extending. 3, 2, 1, release. Okay, 2 from a seated position on the edge of my chair, nice and tall. Extend that leg out straight, flex the foot. 3, 2, 1, release. Great. And one more. Let's go ahead and lift and extend. 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, so from here, we're going to work on our ankles here, and then we're going to get into the static stretches. Okay, so we're going to go back to that first leg. This is going to look the same as I just showed you for the standing leg extensions. We're going to do the ankle, point, and flexo. So what I'm going to do first is extend the leg out, and then I'm going to take my ankle and I'm going to point my toe and then flex it. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, and one more. Point and flex. Good. Release. Okay, we're going to do that to the other side. So I'm going to take that leg, extend it straight. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and point, flex the toe, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, and one more. Point and flex. Good. All right, release. We're going to go ahead back to that first side again. And instead of flex and point this time, we're going to do ankle circles. We're going to do 5 in one direction and 5 in the other. Okay, so this is going to look the same as I just did, just instead of the point flex, it's going to be circles. So I'm going to show this one from a standing position. I'm going to extend that leg out straight. I'm going to roll 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reverse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, relax that leg. We're going to go on the other side now. Extend that leg straight and roll 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, excellent. So we went ahead and hit our range of motion, our dynamic stretches through the neck, the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists, the hips, the knees, the ankles, all the important joints that we need to, make sure we're getting blood flow to before we start doing our stretches, our holds. Okay, so here we go into our static stretches. I did pair some of these with some light corrective exercises. I've done this one other time before. So what we're going to start here first is with our shoulder and neck stretch, okay? So all we're gonna do is, this is gonna look the same whether you're seated or standing, is we're gonna go ahead and just drop our ear to one shoulder and just feel the stretch on that elongated side of the neck, okay? 10 seconds here. Staying nice and tall through the spine, okay? We wanna try to stay actively up through our core here. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and come out for a second, we're gonna go back in, and this time we're gonna take our hand and we're just gonna apply slight pressure to our head just to deepen the stretch a little bit more, and kind of press down with that opposite hand. Just feel a little more of an intense stretch. We're gonna hold this one for 15. Excellent. I always love this stretch. Neck stretches are some of my favorites. And 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're gonna release that, gently release that, shake it out. We're gonna do the same combination on the other side. So we're gonna start with the easier stretch for 10 seconds first, which is just dropping our ear to that shoulder and feeling that stretch on the elongated side of the neck here, and holding. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to gently come out of that, but we're going to do it again. And this time we're going to place our hand on the top of our head here and just put a little more pressure, not too much. We're not forcing anything. We're just creating a little more tension here to feel that stretch deepen a little bit more. And we're holding it for 15 seconds. Just breathing, trying to stay nice and tall through the spine. Last 3, 2, and 1. Good. Gently come out of that. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do, and we're going to do a combination of corrective exercises. So what we're going to do first is, we're often from life, modern life, we're rounded, we're this way here because we're tight through the front from activities that we do every day, and we're weak through our back. So we're going to do a stretch for the front and an exercise for the back to help try to balance out any imbalances that might be there. So we're going to start with bringing our hands behind our back again in our low back, okay? You can either have your palms or your knuckles, whatever is more comfortable there. Okay, I'm going to bring our heart up to the ceiling again, just like we did in our dynamics, but this time we're going to hold it. Now, the important thing here is put your head where it's comfortable. I've said this before, if I look up too high, it hurts my neck. It's too much for my neck. So I sometimes have to look forward, and that's okay. You're trying to feel the stretch through this part of your body here, okay, through the chest and the front of your shoulders, okay? So that's where you want to feel it. And if you feel any stress in your neck, just relax a little bit, okay, and come out of the stretch, and then come back to it when you feel ready. And again, putting your head where it's most comfortable. This looks the same from a standing position. Just show here from standing. A few more seconds here. Really focusing on the front of the shoulders and the chest. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Shake it out here. Okay, you should probably get a little bit of a blood flow or a tingle through the front of the arms. Now what we're going to do is a body weight row here. So I want you to imagine that you're gripping onto 2 handles in front of you, and you're pulling them back. You're keeping your elbows tucked, all right, and you're pulling it in towards you. And I want you to think of your back initiating the movement, not so much your arms. Think of your arms as just kind of the accessory. I want you to think of your back moving this pretend object in front of you. So we're going to do 10 reps. So here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Feeling those shoulder blades squeeze together. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Relax. Okay. We're going to do that combination one more time. So we're going to start with the chest stretch, and then we're going to go to the row. Okay. So one more time, you're either going to put your palms or your knuckles, whichever is more comfortable, on the small of your lower back. All right. We're going to lift our chest to ceiling, our heart to ceiling, opening up those shoulders. Okay. Pulling the shoulder blades back together, trying to feel the stretch through the front of the body here. And again, putting your head where it's most comfortable. Okay. And breathe. Holding the stretch, sitting tall through the body. Okay, I'm not slumped over. Trying to lift that heart up towards the ceiling there. Breathe. 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Go ahead and relax. Shake it out a little bit. All right, now we're going to go back to our seated or standing row. I'll show it standing this time. Okay, again, so I'm grabbing 2 imaginary handles in front of me. My knuckles are facing out to the side, all right, and I'm pulling that object towards me. And I'm thinking of my back as initiating that movement. My arms are secondary to it. So squeeze those shoulder blades together as we pull. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. Let's shake that out. Okay. Next, we're going to do Y raises. Okay, and these are going to look the same seated and standing. I'll do a few both, and we're pairing that with a crossover stretch. So our Y raise move first is going to help strengthen our back here. My thumbs are facing upward. My palms are forward. Okay, I'm on the edge of my chair. All right, and it's going to look the same standing. Okay, we're going to go ahead and bring our arms up and make a Y with our arms. And then I'm going to flip my hands. So now my thumbs are facing down and my knuckles are facing forward, and I'm going to come down and chop. Okay, so flip the hands, thumbs up, raise it up, flip the hands, thumbs down, bring it down. Okay, that's our move. All right, we're going to do 8 of these. Ready? Begin. Thumbs up, Y raise, flip the palms, thumbs down, bring it down. Thumbs up, Y raise, flip the palms, thumbs down, staying nice and tall through your back. Thumbs up, Y raise, thumbs down, bring it down. That's 3, we got 5 more. Thumbs up, Y raise, thumbs down, bring it down. 4, thumbs up, Y raise, thumbs down, bring it down. 5, thumbs up, Y raise, thumbs down, bring it down. 6, 2 more. Thumbs up, Y raise, thumbs down, bring it down. Thumbs up, Y raise, and thumbs down, bring it down. Good. That's 8 right there. Shake it out. We're going to stretch the back of the shoulder now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one arm, I'm going to cross it across the body, and I'm going to take my opposite arm and try to pull it in. Okay, we should feel this stretch through the back of the shoulder. I often like to, I stay very connected with my body when I'm doing these stretches, and this one in particular, I have to visualize my muscle fibers lengthening and stretching to get the most out of this stretch. So I'm just breathing, staying active through my posture, sitting up tall, applying pressure on my arm to feel that stretch through the back of the shoulder here. We're holding this one for 30 seconds. Breathing through. Good, we've got about 10 more seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Go ahead and release. Okay, we're going to even out. We're going to get the other side. So I'm going to bring that arm straight up, and then I'm going to cross it over, and I'm going to grab with the opposite arm and pull it in towards my chest. Okay, I'm visualizing the stretch to get the most out of it. Sometimes you may notice one side you feel stretch more than the other. That's very normal. We all have muscle imbalances. I don't feel the stretch as deep on this side as I do on the other side. So, but I still visualize it, and I still go ahead and hold, maintain the stretch to the best of my ability, working through my own range. Breathing, staying active through your posture. Good. A few more seconds here. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Let's go ahead and shake that out. We are going to go into 30 seconds per side forearm stretches. So this, if you have These are good for, if your wrists bother you, if you have achy wrist, fingers hurt sometimes. This is going to stretch the front and the back of your arms here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring our arm out front. I'm going to take my fingertips, right? I'm going to pull them back towards my body so that I feel the stretch through the front of my forearm here. We're going to hold, okay? Don't hold so hard that that it hurts, right? You're just going till you feel the stretch, okay? I'm going to show you a second way to do this then too, from a standing position. I mean, it actually, from a standing position, you can just do it like this too, but I'll show you a second standing position, okay? Got 10 more seconds on this side. Good, and release, shake it out, right? You should feel that blood flow, right? You should feel like a lot of blood flowing through the forearm there. Shake it out. We're gonna even up the other side. I'm gonna do this the same way because when I show you the alternative way you can do this standing, it would be both hands at the same time, okay? So here we go on our other side, pulling those fingertips back towards our body here, feeling that stretch to the inside of the forearm. Holding, we're not forcing it too much here. Okay, we are doing the 30-second stretch. And if 30 seconds is too long, you can stop before then, obviously, okay? Just listen to your body. Our body's always talking to us and communicating with us. Good, breathing through. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, go ahead and shake it out. All right, roll the wrist a couple times here. All right, a standing alternative, if you ever want to do it this way, would be fingertips. You're trying to place your palms down on a bed, a chair, a table, okay? Your palms might not go all the way down onto the table. That's okay, they might be up. As long as you're feeling that stretch, then you're in good shape, okay? You're just gonna work through your own personal range, all right? But this one hits them both at the same time, so it saves you 30 seconds, okay? So that is another alternative there. Now, what we're gonna do is 3 interlocking front raises, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring our arms up in front of us, take our hands. If you can, I want you to interlock your fingers and then twist them outwards, okay? And then reach it all the way up, reach, and then exhale, bring it all the way down, okay? If you cannot push your palms outward this way, just interlock and keep them forward, okay? Just keep your knuckles forward if that's easier, okay? So let's go ahead and do that again. We're gonna reach them up, interlock and press, reach up overhead, lengthen, and then exhale, bring it all the way down. Again, reach it up, interlock and press, all the way up overhead, and then bring it all the way down. Good, and one more. Let's go ahead and reach it forward, interlock and press, reach up overhead, and then bring it all the way down. Good, and relax there. We are going to move down the body here now. So we're going to start with a knee hug stretch. So for this one, from the seated position, this one I do find to be a little bit easier from the seated position, but I will show a standing alternative after I do one like seated, okay? So you're gonna scooch all the way back into your chair, all right? And you're gonna bring your leg up, okay, wherever that is, all right? You're gonna try to pull that knee in towards your chest, all right? So we're just gonna pull it in, stretching the glute here, all right, the glute. Okay, you might be able to get up on the chair, that's fine. If not, wherever it is, hold, okay. We're gonna do this stretch twice. We're doing 15 seconds per side, and then go ahead and release. I'm gonna show you the other leg standing. And so what I'll do is, since I'm gonna hold onto the chair with one hand, okay, for balance, and then I'm gonna pull that knee in with the other. So this one's a little more advanced, so that's why I recommend the seated one here, but I'm sure there's some of you that are just, you know, fine doing it from this position as well, so that's why I wanna show it. Just hold. and release. Okay, we're going to do it again. So we're going to go ahead and bring that first leg up again. Hold, pulling that knee in towards the chest. Nice big inhale and exhale. And release. And now the other side. Pull it in and hold. Good. And release. Okay. From here, we're going to hold our thoracic twist now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cross our hands over our body or over our chest here and have the fingertips on either side of the shoulder. We're going to go ahead and twist and we're just going to hold. This would look the same standing. You'd be keeping your hips forward during this twist. Okay. So you'd be keeping your hips forward, just trying to twist your shoulders. I'll show the opposite side standing here. A few more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it back to center. Standing, it's going to look like this. My hips are going to stay forward. All right, I'm not twisting them with this. I'm just trying to twist my shoulders, my upper body. So twist. All right. And not enough, you're not trying to twist so hard that you hurt anything, okay? You're just trying to search for the stretch. Feel the stretch through your torso. It's important that we move in ways that we move in real life. So in real life, we move forward and back, we move side to side, and we also move in rotation. So when we exercise and bring it back to center, it's important to take those principles into thought and make sure we exercise in ways that replicate what we do in real life, okay? Okay, so the next stretch we're gonna do is our hamstring stretch. So seated and standing, I'll show both ways. If you're seated, you're going to come back to the edge of your chair. All right, my one leg is bent. The leg I'm working on, I'm gonna go ahead and extend straight, okay? And I'm going to lean forward and search for the stretch. I want to feel this in the back of my leg a little bit. Okay, so keep your foot flexed. That's going to help you feel this stretch a little bit more. All right, and just hold that stretch. The other side I'm going to show you from standing. Good. And release, okay? And now from a standing position, what that's going to look like, so I'm going to hold onto the chair from one side. This leg I'm stretching, I'm going to extend straight. I'll have a little bit of bend in the back knee just so that I can hinge forward here and feel that stretch through the back of the leg, okay? And I'm just slightly bending forward. I will say with the standing stretch, you do feel this one a little bit more standing than seated. But either way, you're getting the benefit of your hamstring stretch. Some work better seated, some work better standing. Good. And release. Okay. So next one we're going to do is our lateral. We're going to do our inner thigh and groin here. So this is one of my favorites. We've been doing this one every week. I do like this one from the chair position. I will show it standing too, but edge of chair. We are going to have one knee at 90 degrees, bent 90 degrees. My toes are facing forward, okay? You can hold on to the side of the chair if I need to. I'm gonna bring one leg as straight as I can, all right? And you should feel the stretch through the inner thigh right here, okay? So inner thigh, groin. I love this because with as much as we sit, this really helps open up the hips. Okay, this and those hip circles we did in the beginning. These are excellent exercises if you feel like when you first stand up and the first couple steps you take are like, oh, through the hips. You ever get that? Like, I know what I do. This is great for helping to, stretch out those tight muscles there. Good, let's release. All right, we're gonna bring that leg back into center. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Slide the top up a little bit here. All right, so we're gonna keep that one leg bent at 90 degrees. And the other one is going to come out straight to the side here, right? And we're searching for the stretch along the inner thigh here, okay? You can lean forward into it a little bit if you feel it better that way. Find where it where you feel it best here, okay? And just hold that stretch. We're going to do this stretch again, and the next time I'll show it standing, okay? Good, a few more seconds here. And release, okay? Nice and gently, come back to center. Let me show you what that's gonna look like standing. I'm gonna go ahead and step out, and if you're maintaining your seated position, you're just gonna go back to the other leg. We're gonna do this one more time, side to side, okay? So from a standing position, I'm gonna go ahead and step out. I'm wide here through my legs, and I'm gonna bend through one leg. So the leg that I'm stretching is the straight leg. The leg that I'm bending is just helping me get into that stretch, okay? I can hold on to the chair here to do that. Chair can be right in front of you. I'm just trying to show you the view of the stretch itself. Hold. A little more active work when you're standing, because you have to use your muscles to stabilize on the leg you're not stretching, okay? So you're stretching one side and working the muscles on the other with this one. And back to center. All right, and then same thing, other side, my feet are wide, and then I'm gonna drop my hip to one side here, bend the knee slightly so I can feel the stretch in the elongated leg, and hold. Good. And back to center. Okay. So from here, we're going to do some foot taps. Okay, so we're going to flex the foot and then point. Flex, point. Flex, point. So I'm extending one leg straight, okay? And I'm working on that ankle and getting that blood flow to the ankle, okay? So especially, if you're diabetic or, have any kind of circulation problems, let's try to get some blood flowing through those parts of the body. So we're going to flex and point. This can be done standing too. I'll show you the other side standing. Point, flex, point, flex, point. Okay, you can even do it with a bent leg here where it's heel, toe, okay, heel, toe. So this is just another variation here, okay? Other side, from the standing, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, okay? Or even standing with a little less extension through the leg would just be, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. Okay, so some variation there. All right, here are last two stretches we're going to do are seated forward folds and lateral foot taps. Okay, so lateral foot taps, this goes in line with our stretch that we just held, but now we're going to make this one a little more dynamic, and we're going to tap and tap, tap and tap. Okay, so we're just going back and forth. I'm on the edge of my chair. I'm trying to stand up tall and tap, okay? Tap. And what's nice about this is this helps work our glute needs, okay? So this is an exercise for stabilization, which helps with balance, okay, and fall prevention. So it's important that we train our glutes so that we are more stable when we're walking around, okay? So this helps target, you're using the muscles on the outside of your glutes here, okay? And you're also getting a stretch on the inside. Okay, so we're just tapping it back and forth to the best of your range. All right, from a standing position, this could look like this, okay? We could do tap, 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 tap. And if you're stronger than that too, you could leg raise, okay? So you can even just omit the tap altogether and just work on a leg raise, okay? You're working this area of your glute. which are big stabilizing and balancing muscles. So let's do a few more. If you're seated, you're gonna maintain from that seated position I showed, or if you're standing, you can either tap or you can leg raise, okay? Here we go. I'll do the in-between one. I'll do the tap. Here we go. Tap, 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 tap. 4 and 5 and 5. Good. All right. Our last one here is going to be our closing stretch, and we're going to do our forward folds. We're going to hold these for a moment. Okay, just like we did in the beginning. We're on the edge of our chair, or you can be standing here. We're going to lift it up. Nice big inhale, and then exhale. Roll it down. All right, and just kind of relax. Tuck your chin. Let everything just loosen up. Feel your vertebrae open up here and hold, breathe. Good. And then roll up nice and slow. Okay, really slow. You don't want to get a head, dizzy head here from rolling up too fast. And roll it back. Okay, 2 and 3. And we're gonna do it one more time. Oops. Oops, you guys there? Sorry, my phone rang on me there. Okay, one more time. Here we go. We're gonna lift it up. And then exhale. Bring it all the way down. Release the tension in the back. Tuck the chin. All right, feel the rounding through the spine here so that the vertebrae open up. And breathe. And then exhale, roll it up nice and slow. We don't want to get dizzy, so go really slow until you get up. And then roll your shoulders back. 3, 2, and 1. All right, guys, that is our stretch class for today.